enjoyed the ride these past 2 years, haven't we? Let's do a quick recap. No changes at all in the fitness industry, right? It completely shut down. And we opened. And shut down again. And reopened. And shut down again. And reopened. But at what cost? You started bathing in hand sanitizer. Some of you had more alcohol on the outside of your body than on the inside. Yeah? We became full-time cleaners and healthcare officials. Yeah? Plexiglass mania. Directional stickers that somehow, most people completely ignore, to the horror of Miss Bolton, who started a fight by the change room. Right? Shortage of staff. And I didn't say short staff. There's nothing wrong with short people. They're just concentrated awesome. Right? I meant shortage of staff. We can't find staff, right? And of course, the big toilet paper rush of 2020. And we had to deal with all of this without breathing. Breathing's overrated, right? Gosh. Now, what about when we were closed and we had to face the beast? The online world. Your living room became a public place. You had to reorganize your whole space. Yeah. Somehow our clients didn't know we could see them, so we saw some weird stuff, bad camera angles, yeah? Or we heard some stuff we shouldn't have. We had to become professional DJs to try to figure out the gap, in the music on Zoom. Anyone? Yeah? We had to become very creative with our gym equipment. So fun times to be in the fitness industry, yes? I bet. There were some times where your confidence wavered, right? Where maybe you laid there awake at night thinking, are we going to get through this? Like, I have no idea what I'm doing with this Zoom stuff. What is this? And maybe some moments where you felt pretty much alone, yeah? So first and foremost, I just want to give you a big round of applause because you made it. Your communities, your clients, your staff depended on you during the most challenging of times, and you made it. You're here. We're here. Give yourself a big round of applause. My name is Nathalie Plamondon-Thomas. I'm the founder of the Think Yourself Academy. It's my honor and pleasure to sponsor Women Who Influence this year, and the theme is belonging. That word triggers a lot of stuff for me, and I know I'm not the only one. 85% of people lack of self-confidence in at least one area of their life. So 20 years ago, I moved to Toronto, and I joined Good Life as a fitness instructor, and I did not belong. I don't know if you've been there. At one point in your career, you really don't know what you're doing, and then you're not really popular, you don't have a lot of people in your classes, and everybody else seems so much better than you are. They make you learn this Les Mills stuff that you know nothing about. And then, how do you go from that, from begging your boss for pulling your classes off the schedule because you don't have enough numbers, to becoming Instructor of the Year for Canada less than a year later? What happened in the gap? Because I felt like a total imposter back then. I'll tell you what happened. The gym was launching a new dance program. And people didn't know that, but I have a dance background, so I felt confident with that, so I put my hand up. So picture this. You're on stage. There's 150 people, and you're rocking it. You know when you know you got it. And then you see all the faces with a shocked look on their face looking at you. Because they don't know you can dance like that. Well, I don't know what it would do for you, but for me, it had a huge impact on my confidence. I started strutting around in the gym, putting my hand up to be team lead for this, team lead for that, right? Because I started to own the place. And somebody corners me in the change room. A couple of months after, it says, Nathalie, I have to tell you, I really am starting respecting you so much because even after what happened to you on that day, you didn't look embarrassed at all. You started to act as if you owned the place instead of, and I'm like, what? What is she talking about? It turns out I had wardrobe malfunction that day. My boob had been sticking out the whole time. That's why everybody was looking at me with a shocked look on their face. But I didn't know that. I was just responding to a different story in my head. So when she told me, I felt totally embarrassed, but just for a few seconds, because it was too late. It was the queen of the gym now. Right? So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens, as long as you make a story in your head that suits you, right? We're only responding. And for the first time in my life, I felt like I belonged. Remember Carol these days? Right? She was my boss back then. Belonging starts with the way you talk to yourself. Okay, I'm going to say that again. I'm going to go like this. And when I go like this, you're going to go, ooh. Belonging starts with the way you talk to yourself. Ooh. Confidence is very, very important. It's the base of everything. When I started speaking on confidence 15 years ago, it was not that popular. Now, even today, people are really getting into mindset stuff. Even Kevin Harrington from the Shark Tank asked me to write a chapter in his book on mindset and confidence. Our book is endorsed by Tony Robbins. Highly successful people in the big leagues are now understanding that confidence is everything. And of course, we like our spandex and we like to do bicep curls, but we understand that it's not just about giving them a better kale salad recipe or showing them a better way to squat. We cannot just work out anymore. We have to work in. And mindset is what we're getting at the Think Yourself Academy. All the coaches going through my coaching certification, we're giving them tools to work inside and not just on the outside of your body. So today, we're not working out. Nobody's sweating here today. We might cry. You will have inspiring women that will influence the way that you talk to yourself. And we will get tons and tons of transformation. You will leave these doors different than how you came in today. Why does that matter? Belonging. Time for a bit of brain stuff, yeah? You've heard of the amygdala. It detects and tries to avoid threats, but not only threats of physical harm, also mental threats. Research shows that when somebody feels disconnected, it triggers that complex alarm system in the amygdala, in the anterior cingulate cortex, and in the insula. It doesn't matter if we can pronounce these things or not. Just know that they're connected to pain processing. So people that are disconnected will hit the panic button, feel that they don't belong, and then they will go into their sympathetic nervous system, goes into overdrive. That increases inflammation, and inflammation attacks our immune system. So people that are disconnected will have more chance to have heart disease and cancer. On the other hand, people that have satisfying relationship, that feel loved and cared for, would live longer and healthier. Isn't that great? Because they get what? Their shot of oxytocin. Cool stuff. Oxytocin is a social chemical. And we get this when we're in contact with others. Online doesn't quite cut it because oxytocin thrives through the eye gaze. And when you're looking at the camera, you're not looking at the screen. When you're looking at the screen, you're not looking at the camera. So then you don't hit the connection. You don't really get your shot of oxytocin. That's why you're so tired after 1 hour on Zoom compared to a full day online. Because a full day in person. Because in person, you get your shot of oxytocin, right? So we're going to experience oxytocin this morning. Who wants a shot? Yeah, free. So the very fastest, best way to get a shot of oxytocin is through an orgasm. So in teams of 2. Okay, no, not happening. Not happening. I know you wish. Second best thing is hugging. But we just went through a pandemic. Maybe not quite ready yet. So third best way. Oxytocin gets released if you are the giving, the receiving, or the witnessing end of an act of kindness. So we're going to give each other compliments, okay? So at your tables, teams of 2 or some teams of 3. What's going to happen is that there will be a giver, a receiver, and an observer. The giver will say, "You're awesome." The receiver will say, "Thanks." The observer will say, "Oh." Okay? And then you'll switch. And make sure you look at each other in the eyes. And if you're not sure what to give as compliment, you can say, "Your Think Yourself designer scarf is awesome." You all have one in your lap. Okay, ready? You have 1 minute for all 3 compliments. Go! Great shot of oxytocin. That's how we feel. That's how we feel when we're full of oxytocin. That's how you're going to feel. You get so many more shots all day. You will leave these doors a different person than what you came in. This is Women Who Influence, where belonging becomes possible. My name is Nathalie Plamondon-Thomas. I'm a confidence expert, and you are awesome.